If feeding your family feels like just one more thing on a never-ending to-do list, girl, I got you. In today's video, I'm sharing some of my most popular Costco strategies and easy meal ideas that'll help save you time, save you money, and keep everyone fed without the stress. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up? I'm Andrea, and in today's video, I'm sharing practical Costco tips and easy meal ideas that help me keep my family fed fast, even when life gets hectic. If you're new around here, on my channel, I share ways to help busy moms save time and money in the kitchen. So if that sounds like what you need in your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss what's coming next. Okay, let's dive in. Today, we're doing a real life Costco haul. And when I say real life, I mean real life. So my husband actually accidentally took my car keys with him to work this morning. So I had to improvise and call an Uber to get here. That's right. This Costco haul is powered by prayer, a grocery list, and a rideshare app. I'll be loading up on healthy bulk buys and kid-friendly snacks that actually get eaten. Now the real question is, can I get it all home in an Uber? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, first up, protein. Costco is a great source for affordable proteins, and these chicken breast multi-packs are a staple in our house. I cut the packages apart and put them in the freezer as soon as I get home, and super easy to pull out for weeknight meals. I used to buy the pasture-raised eggs here, but I haven't seen them in months. And today, no eggs at all. Costco sure can keep you on your toes sometimes. Okay, I got this big old bag of oats. This bag lasts a really long time. I use it for overnight oats, baking, homemade granola bars, energy bites, and it's a major cost per serving win. These Tasty Bite lentils are a go-to lunch for my daughter. They're pre-cooked, super flavorful, and packed with protein. She loves them, and to be very honest, I love that it's a healthy lunch that she can prepare herself. I also always grab vanilla extract here whenever we're running low. It's a way better value than those teeny tiny bottles at the grocery store, and we go through a lot between baking and smoothies. On to the dairy section. So, plain Greek yogurt, super versatile. I use it in smoothies. I eat it for breakfast almost every day. You can even use it in place of sour cream, and this big tub saves so much compared to the grocery store. This block of cheddar is cheaper per ounce than pre-shredded cheese, and also it melts way better. So you could also shred it and put it in a freezer bag, so in case you're worried about not using that whole block. Cheese sticks, the snack that never fails. Easy to grab, easy to pack. My kids always ask for it. I always grab both salted and unsalted grass-fed butter here. We go through a ridiculous amount of butter in my house. I'm actually almost embarrassed to admit to you how much butter we use, but because we use so much, I like to use high quality butter, and it costs way less at Costco than in the small packs at the regular grocery store. Now for some kid-approved snacks. This big tub of hummus is perfect for dipping veggies. In fact, I like to refer to baby carrots as hummus delivery devices. I also love these single-serving guacamole packs. When you do the math, comparing to buying fresh avocados, these actually come out cheaper, and I don't have to worry about them going bad before we eat them. Okay, now let's hear from my daughter, who is basically a healthy snack expert at this point.
Okay, so there are some healthier chips. They're still not healthy, but they're not your average Frito-Lay. So they're these popcorners. They're really good. They come in 4 flavors: sea salt, spicy queso, kettle corn, and white cheddar. So that's one of the healthier options. And then there are these Jerselicious things. They come in 3 flavors: s'mores, cinnamon swirl, and birthday cake. So those are good. There's these lesser evil popcorn. So those are those. Bye.
Trying these made good granola balls for the first time. A friend of mine told me about them. My kids love anything snack sized and packaged, and I love that they sneak in some healthy ingredients. So I'll let you know in a future video how they like them. Okay, these siete tortilla chips are a splurgy staple for us. They are a better for you option. They're grain-free, super crunchy, and they go great with guac and hummus. This mom runs on caffeine, and Costco has some of the best prices on organic whole bean coffee. Also, we usually pick up sparkling water. My husband and my kids really prefer sparkling water, and Costco has some of the best prices around. And we have chia seeds, tiny but mighty. I sprinkle them over yogurt, into oatmeal and smoothies. And as I dropped them into the cart, my daughter goes, "These are so good in smoothies." Kid approved bonus. And here's another smart shopping tip from my other daughter.
Hi. At Costco, some of the stuff can be a little iffy, but there's also some good stuff about it. So, I have one tip. So if you want to have something healthy, check on the ingredients, not just what they say, but if there are a bunch of them, then that is one clue that there is added stuff. But that's all my tip. Bye.
I grabbed these Kirkland protein bars for my husband. He takes one to work nearly every day. Good ingredients, filling, way cheaper than most of your name brand bars. Now, I don't usually buy the muffins, but when I do, it's because my kids and husband begged for them. So on this trip, I grabbed a 2-pack to bring to a gathering. We'll see if they actually make it there. Okay, haul complete. And somehow we got it done without a car, thanks to Uber and a little bit of grit and grace. All right, so that haul got us stocked up even without a car. But you know, summertime hits a little bit different between swim meets and travel and all of the, you know, you're kind of out of your usual routine. Sometimes you need a little different strategy. So that's where this next Costco video comes in. Summer is in full swing, and between travel, swim meets, and just generally catching up on life, I'm a little behind on my Costco run. Today, I've got 30 minutes, I've got 2 kids who like to eat on a regular basis, and I've got a cart to fill. Let's get in, get out, and get on with summer. Starting in the meat section, I always grab the big pack of chicken breasts. I like to freeze these in portions and then use them in tacos, sheet pan dinners, you know, whatever the week throws at us. Also, I am grabbing a rotisserie chicken today. I don't usually do this, but my daughter has a swim meet this weekend, and after sitting in the Texas sun for 7 hours, am I gonna feel like cooking dinner? No, I don't think so. So for $5, I am going to press the easy button. I'm also picking up some salmon today. This is some fresh Atlantic salmon. It's actually sourced from Norway rather than Chile. Norway has better aquaculture practices, and that's actually a really good price for salmon. So I'm gonna throw this in the cart. Next, we are headed to the freezer section. Frozen fruit is always on the list. I always keep blueberries, cherries, and strawberries on hand. But today, my daughter asked if we could try this organic daybreak blend. She says she's gonna use it in smoothies, and if not, she'll just eat it. I'm also restocking cauliflower rice. It's not fancy, but it does make for a very easy side or a base for quick dinners. Moving on to snacks, these guacamole cups are a staple. We usually get the Kirkland brand, but the Holy Guacamole brand was on sale, so I bought those. But unfortunately, they were right below the macarons, so I had to contend with my daughter on that. String cheese is another no-brainer for us. We go through a lot of string cheese, and Costco definitely has the best price. And I am always on the lookout for clean ingredient protein bars. In my last Costco video, we tried the Kirkland brand, but I'm sorry to say it tasted like cardboard. So we skipped Kirkland, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab these RX bars because they are on sale today. The box says no BS. Let's see if that's correct. Canned tomatoes and coconut milk are always in our rotation. Canned tomatoes are great for chili, for soups, for sauces, and coconut milk is good for a quick curry. Also, you can use it in soups. I actually really like to use it as a coffee creamer. Costco is my go-to spot for olive oil. They have some really good quality olive oils available, and they have them at a great price, way better than you can find at most grocery stores. And we always pick up the Kirkland brand peanut butter. Peanut butter, always, yes. That is a fan favorite around here. And that's it for today's haul. This haul gives me what I need for tacos, sheet pan meals, curry, smoothies, easy lunches, grab and go snacks. Nothing terribly fancy, just the stuff that we use day in, day out. And some of these ingredients are actually going to be pulling double duty because in next week's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cook once and eat all week. 3 dinners from 1 prep session, a lot of which I'm picking up today. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you tune in next week. Okay, the fridge is full, but what if I told you I only shop at Costco once a month? Here's how I keep it simple, intentional, and skip those midweek, oh, I forgot one thing, but suddenly I'm walking out with 5 things, stress-inducing runs. Have you ever walked into a Costco and felt completely overwhelmed by all of the choices? It's so easy to go overboard and wind up with a cart full of stuff you don't really need while still somehow forgetting the stuff you actually do need. That's why I started going to Costco just once a month so that I could stock up on the groceries that my family actually needs and skip the stress and regret. In today's video, I'll show you what I buy, what I skip, and give you some ideas on how you can shop smarter while saving time, money, and stress. First off, why do I only shop at Costco once a month? Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Costco is designed to get you to spend more money. I mean, between the size of those carts, the free samples, who can say no to the sample lady? I mean, come on. And now the bulk deals, it is so easy to end up purchasing way more than you intended. I know because that used to be me. I would walk into Costco and wind up with a cart full of stuff that I wasn't originally intending on buying and still somehow need extra grocery runs. Now I've dialed it in. I go shopping once a month. I buy the staples that our family actually uses, and it's just much more strategic and much more intentional. So how does this strategy save time and money? For one thing, it cuts down on impulse trips because we all know that you go into the grocery store for one thing and somehow you end up with 3 or 4. The fewer trips you can take to the grocery store, the better it's going to be for your budget. It also saves me mental energy. Instead of constantly having to think about what we need, what we're out of, I have a running list of staples that I just check once a month and then go stock up once a month. Quick side note, I actually don't buy everything at Costco. I'll run down towards the end of the video. I'll give you a rundown of the things that I don't buy at Costco. But for now, enough talking. Let's go shopping. First up, my list of Costco staples. These are things that last the month and help me throw together quick, healthy meals without a last-minute grocery run. So Costco is a great place to stock up on proteins. I always grab chicken breasts and thighs. These are so versatile, and then I can portion them out before freezing them by cutting these packages. Costco's prices on canned tomatoes, nut butter, olive oil, coconut milk, and mayo can't be beat. These are the building blocks for so many meals. I also grab gluten-free flour whenever I see it here. This is a great price for a really big bag, and I use it all the time in baking. In terms of dairy, I stick to cheese blocks and feta. They last longer than shredded cheese, and I can grate them or crumble them as I need them. I also usually pick up a container of Greek yogurt, and I also never skip Kerrygold butter. It's high quality, packed with flavor. I use it for everything from cooking to baking. We go through a ridiculous amount of butter in our house, so I stock up on it at Costco. In terms of snacks, to keep snack time simple, I stock up on Chomp's beef sticks. It's a great high protein option. Guacamole packs, cheese sticks, and siete chips. These are easy, healthy, no mess options that my kids love. I also love Costco's pre-cooked chicken burgers and lentils for quick lunches and easy dinners when I just don't have time to cook from scratch. And now let's talk about what looks like a great deal, but just doesn't work for my family. The first thing I skip at Costco is produce. As much as I love Costco's fresh produce, we just can't finish massive packs before they go bad. Another thing I skip is overly processed snacks and sugary drinks. Buying them in bulk might sound convenient, but let's face it, they don't align with my health goals, and I don't want or need a mountain of temptation in my pantry. Another thing I skip at Costco is eggs. Yep, I skip them here. The price isn't always competitive, and they don't always have the pasture-raised eggs anymore, so I prefer to buy them elsewhere for better quality.
And the last thing I skip at Costco is bulk spices. Unless it's cinnamon, garlic powder, or red pepper flakes, we just won't use them up within a year before they lose their flavor and taste like sawdust.
So now we've got the staples covered, but weeknights still happen and they can be pretty busy. So here is how I prepped 10 dinners in one afternoon to help make those weeknights feel a whole lot easier. What if you could prep 10 dinners in the time it takes to watch a movie? As a busy mom, I'm a big believer in keeping dinner simple. I've done bulk meal preps before, but this is my first time using this particular freezer meal guide. And in this video, I'm testing whether I can actually pull off 10 dinners in 2 hours and sharing the wins, the messes, and the time-saving tips I pick up along the way. Let's get started. Okay, so I bought this downloadable freezer meal guide that promises 20 dinners in 4 hours. Thing is, freezer space is tight around here, so I'm actually only gonna be making one of each recipe for a total of 10 dinners. The guide came with a grocery list, so I've already done my grocery shopping ahead of time, as well as made sure that I have bags labeled with the date and cooking instructions. This is not going to be a full recipe tutorial out of respect for the creator. I will link her guide in the description below, but I'll show you how I tackled it and share some tips that help me get it done fast. Once the meals were prepped, I laid the bags flat to freeze. This saves so much space. It also helps the meals to thaw out faster when you're ready to use them. Now, if a bag was still warm from cooked ingredients, like when I browned the sausage or the ground beef, I popped it in the fridge to cool first before freezing. That helps to prevent freezer burn because, does anyone like freezer burn stuff? Yeah. I labeled each meal with the meal name and the date and some simple cooking instructions. The guide does come with pre-printed labels, which is pretty awesome. You don't need those labels. You could accomplish the same thing with a Sharpie and some confidence, but I did like having the cooking instructions right there on the bag because that way I'm not Googling how long to cook something at 5 o'clock when everybody is hungry. I'm not gonna lie, labeling everything felt a little extra at first, but when dinner's already prepped and I know exactly how to cook it, that's a win. Most of these meals can go straight from the freezer into your slow cooker or Instant Pot, but I do try to thaw them overnight in the fridge whenever I can, especially if there is rice or pasta involved. If I do need to cook from frozen, I make sure to break up the bag a little bit first, layer the meat on the bottom, and spray the pot with oil to help avoid a burn notice. For Instant Pot meals, I usually follow the same instructions that are on the label, just adding a little extra time if it's still mostly frozen. If you're cooking in the crock pot, the low setting is your best friend. 4 to 6 hours is a sweet spot for most of these. The freezer meal guide came with a full month of suggested meals, but I don't follow it exactly. I like to look at our week and pull 2 or 3 meals that make sense based on our schedule, especially on days when I know we'll be out late or I just don't want to cook. Having even a few of these in the freezer makes weeknights feel a lot less chaotic. It's like giving myself a gift every time I remember I already made dinner. So there you have it. I hope this video gave you some ideas on how to make feeding your family feel a little bit lighter. And I'd love to know, which tip or meal idea are you most excited about trying? Drop it down in the comments below so that we can swap ideas and encourage and inspire one another. You never know when there's another mom out there who needs some encouragement, and you could be that voice. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll be back next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Andrea. Bye for now.